Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold in the Beautiful Thursday, April 3 recap. Liam collapses after Bill stomps off Hope's new living arrangement. The Bold in the Beautiful B&B recap for Thursday, April 3 reveals that Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, collapsed after Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, stomped off. Hope Logan, Annika Noel, was also offered a new living arrangement. So here's how things went down on Thursday's B&B episode. At the Spencer mansion, Bill mocked Liam for thinking he'd get anywhere without Daddy's help. Bill struggled to believe Liam would be stupid enough to walk away from Spencer Publications and become a computer geek again. Liam felt like this was the part where Bill was supposed to express his love and say it wasn't worth losing his son over this. However, Bill always kept his heart locked up tight under his dollar bill coat of armor. At one point, Bill seemed a bit emotional when his back was turned to Liam. Unfortunately, Bill was cold when he faced Liam again and threatened to take away his trust fund. Liam didn't care about that and tried to get Bill to see that he wanted to truly know him. In the end, Liam decided maybe knowing Bill too well was the problem. Bill went on a tirade about Liam's mistakes before warning that if he wanted to leave the company, he shouldn't come crawling back. After Bill announced that he had a meeting, he told Liam not to be there when he returned. Liam started looking a little strange as this confrontation wrapped up. As Bill was storming out the door, Liam's vision became blurry and he struggled to stay on his feet. Liam eventually collapsed and slammed his head into the coffee table on his way down. That left Liam unconscious on the floor with no one around to help him. At Forrester Creations, Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Messinswood, told Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., that Luda Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, would see John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, over her dead body, but Ridge didn't want her to even joke about that. Steffi insisted that the odds were good Luna was going to kill again, so she felt Luna must be stopped. After talk turned to Liam, Steffi said her ex thought Bill had lost his mind. As Steffi reflected on her history with Liam and the child they shared, she made it clear that she'd never stop caring about him. At Il Giardino, Deacon Sharp, Sean Kanan, reiterated his support for Hope, who didn't feel like going back to Brooke Logan's, Catherine Kelly Lang, property right now. Deacon suggested Hope could stay in the room next to his apartment instead, but Hope hinted about her Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown concerns. Nevertheless, Deacon made a prediction about this arrangement working out and pushed Hope to trust her old man. At Brooke's house, Katie Logan, Heather Tom, felt confident that Hope would regret all the harsh things she said eventually. Until Hope accepted that she brought her latest pain on herself, Brooke suggested her daughter would continue to feel abandoned. Katie tried to stay positive and felt that Hope would come around in time. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that Hope will have some shocking news about where she's staying soon, so stay tuned for updates on Brooke's reaction. CDO's where you want to be for great Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, updates and news, so stop by often for more B&B info. In the latest episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, the stage is set for emotional confrontations, shockers, and intense drama. As family dynamics shift, old wounds are reopened, and alliances continue to shift, the day's events bring seismic moments that no one saw coming. On Thursday, April 3, the tension between the Spencer family, the Forrester family, and the characters' romantic lives reached new heights. The aftermath of Bill's visit. The episode begins with Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, making his dramatic exit from the Forrester mansion. After a heated argument with his son, Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, Bill storms off, his anger palpable. Bill's frustration with Liam runs deep. But it's not just about business, it's personal. Their father-son relationship has been fraught with tension for years, and Bill's inability to understand Liam's decisions, especially when it comes to Hope Logan, Annika Noel, is pushing their already strained bond even further. Bill's stubbornness when it comes to his son's choices has always been a point of contention, but today it seems to have taken a much darker turn. As Bill makes his exit, Liam watches him leave, visibly shaken by the intensity of their argument. The emotional weight of the moment lingers in the air as Liam, torn between his loyalty to his father and his growing connection to Hope, tries to absorb what has just transpired. Little does he know, the confrontation with Bill is only the beginning of the chaos that will follow. Meanwhile, Hope finds herself in a more precarious position than ever before. Her life has become a juggling act of family commitments, romantic entanglements, and her new role as a mother. The stakes are higher now that she has moved into the Forrester mansion, trying to create a stable environment for her daughter, Beth, and herself. However, the emotional ramifications of her living arrangement are clear as she faces her own doubts about the decisions she's made in her personal life. The new living situation, despite being in the mansion of the family she now calls home, is far from ideal. There are still unresolved issues between her and Liam, particularly in the wake of his recent decisions. The tension is palpable whenever she's around him, and it becomes evident that both of them are struggling to navigate the complexities of their relationship, especially with their families constantly involved in their lives. Hope is torn between supporting Liam, despite his emotional turmoil, and questioning if this is truly the right place for her and her daughter. Her heart may be in the right place, but the emotional price she's paying for her relationship with Liam is clearly taking a toll. Liam's collapse, a shocking moment. As the day progresses, it becomes clear that Liam is dealing with a weight far beyond what he can handle. The argument with Bill has drained him emotionally, and the stress of trying to figure out where he stands with Hope and his own family is beginning to take its toll on his health. The mounting pressure of unresolved family issues, coupled with the uncertainty of his romantic future, is pushing Liam to his breaking point. In a shocking turn of events, after Bill storms off, Liam collapses. His body gives out on him, and he crashes to the ground. The physical manifestation of his emotional turmoil is a shocking moment for those around him, including Hope, who rushes to his side in panic. Her concern for Liam is immediate and heartfelt as she frantically tries to help him. It's a raw, vulnerable moment for Liam, something viewers rarely see from the usually composed Spencer son. This collapse is a turning point for Liam, forcing him to confront the overwhelming weight of his personal and professional life. His heartache is palpable as he lies there, vulnerable and broken, with Hope trying to get him the help he needs. The emotional chaos of the episode culminates in this intense scene, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. Bill's defiance, no reconciliation in sight. After Liam's collapse, the audience is left wondering what will happen next for the Spencer family. Bill, meanwhile, remains steadfast in his belief that his way is the only way. His exit from the Forrester mansion is a clear message. He's not interested in reconciliation, at least not on Liam's terms. His arrogance and pride are as strong as ever, and he's unwilling to acknowledge that his actions are hurting those he loves most. Despite the fact that his son is crumbling under the pressure, Bill seems determined to maintain his distance, fueling the divide between them even further. As the episode progresses, it becomes clear that Bill's inability to see the larger picture is contributing to the dysfunction in their family. Liam is clearly suffering, but Bill remains unmoved. His coldness and defiance are a stark contrast to Liam's emotional fragility, adding yet another layer of complexity to their already strained relationship. Hope's dilemma. Hope, meanwhile, is forced to make a difficult decision as she deals with the fallout from the day's events. Her devotion to Liam and her desire to see their family heal weighs heavily on her, but she is beginning to question whether she's sacrificing too much for a relationship that is crumbling. As Liam lies unconscious, Hope is left to wonder if there's any hope left for their relationship, or if she's simply holding on to something that can never be salvaged. Her dilemma is complicated by the fact that her daughter, Beth, is growing up in a home filled with tension and uncertainty. Hope's desire to give her daughter a stable and loving environment seems increasingly impossible as the pressure from all sides mounts. Will Hope continue to fight for her family, or will she walk away to protect herself and her daughter from the emotional wreckage surrounding them? A cliffhanger to remember. As the day's events draw to a close, the episode ends on a cliffhanger, with Liam still unconscious, Hope by his side, and Bill off somewhere nursing his own wounds. The tension between these three characters is thick, and with every passing moment, the stakes continue to rise. For viewers, Thursday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful delivered everything fans have come to expect: drama, emotion, and the painful consequences of love and family. The fallout from Liam's collapse, coupled with the unresolved issues between him and Bill.